Why are you holding on to this one gun?
Yeah.
What is it about this one gun?
The AR-15. The automatic rifle. They killed a bunch of children who were just going to school. That gun.
If you say, well, we're just going to ban, if it was that easy, the Democrats would have done it. They didn't do it because they know it's not.
Let's forget about the Democrats right now. What are you going to do?
No, I'm not banning any guns. I'm going to provide access to mental health. We're going to get at the core of the issue, which is what spurs a lot of the violence.
Very good. Hey, folks, Dale Jackson here. We got to talk a little bit about Chris Sununu, the governor of New Hampshire, going on The View and trying to talk some sense into these ladies. And we'll get back into the previous conversation about this one gun. And they started booing, but we'll come back to that in just a second as well. First, let's start with Sunny Hoskins, a not very smart person and a racist, talking to Chris Sununu about guns and why there need to be some laws passed in order to stop it. He explains why that is not the case, and she comes up with a bunch of nonsense, but it is worth paying attention to the fact that he tries to help her. He fails, but he tries.
You've loosened gun laws in your state, and you hold an A rating for the NRA. You told a friend of our show, Jen Psaki, recently, there's no law you're going to pass that's going to stop mass shootings. There's no law you're going to pass that's just going to magically stop gun violence. However, there was a law that was passed, and that law was passed in 1997. It was a federal assault weapons ban, and it cut it, 1994 rather, and it cut gun violence by 70%. And the minute it was reinstated, mass shootings, and the minute it was reinstated, they went up. Why not put that law back in place?
No. So, look, understand. We did not have the mass shootings in the early 90s that we have today. It is exponentially worse, right?
Yeah.
So if your argument, look, if the argument is if we just have more gun bans and more gun laws, Chicago would be the safest place in the country.
But the problem
because they have the most restricted laws.
But the problem with that argument is that the guns that are used in Chicago are coming from states that have looser gun laws.
So look, so if your argument is we should ban something federally, I remind you, the Democrats had the House, the Senate, and the presidency for 2 years. They did nothing.
They made a mistake.
Guys, they did nothing.
That was
because they know, guys, I have the safest state in the country. You can talk about the validity, the merits of a law are based on the results it gets. I have the safest state in the country. So why are we having the mass shootings? It's not because people have access to guns. It's because we're not dealing with mental health. We don't provide access for mental health with kids. When people are in crisis, they have nowhere to turn. They resort to violence. We don't do the right things in terms of locking down our schools and protecting.
What's wrong?
He, of course, is correct. We need to harden soft targets. We need to go after the mental health issues that we all talk about and no one really does anything about. The idea that we're going to ban this gun or that gun and everything is going to be better is kind of laughable. So to go back to the first part about what is it about this one gun?
Why are you holding on to this one gun?
Yeah.
What is it about this one gun?
The AR-15. The automatic rifle. They killed a bunch of children who were just going to school. That gun.
If you say, well, we're just going to ban, if it was that easy, the Democrats would have done it. They didn't do it because they know it's not.
Let's forget about the Democrats right now. What are you going to do?
No, I'm not banning any guns. I'm going to provide access to mental health. We're going to get at the core of the issue, which is what spurs a lot of the violence.
Very good. Listen, folks, it's not just this one gun. They're fixated on the AR-15, but there are plenty of weapons that operate generally the exact same way. They may not all be scary and black and look like something you'd carry on a battlefield, but people carry weapons like that out to hunt every single day. And I know you don't need an AR-15 to shoot a deer and all this other nonsense. Those guns fire the exact same way. So we're not really having a real conversation when people start talking like that. So it's worth noting these people are not really all that serious. So Sununu schools them and embarrasses them, and I think they know that. But when he tries to talk to them about mental health, they actually started booing him, the audience. Now, it's because they're idiots who watch stupid stuff on TV and are such a fan of that stupid thing on television that they got tickets, traveled to the city where that stupid thing is being aired, and sat down and watched it.
It's crazy people all over the world.
Stop.
No. No booing.
No Republican will ever come back here if you're going to
We need to talk to people to find out what they're thinking and are they thinking in the right way. He's not going to be perfect. None of them are. But at least give people the opportunity to say what's going on. We'll be right back. Thank you for being with us today.
Credit where credit is due. Whoopi Goldberg is right. If you boo people and talk bad about them constantly, why would they come on your program? Why would they participate with you? Sununu did that. They have a hard time getting Republican guests on just for this reason, but they've created this environment. They really have. They've created this environment, and this environment will continue as long as they have one-sided conversations. And even their Republican guests, Sununu, of course, not what I'm talking about, the Republican host are also basically Democrats who demonize all Republicans as bad guys and terrible monsters. As long as that's going on, it's going to be hard to get people to come on this program and have a conversation with them. I understand it. I get it. I'm a talk show host too. It's hard to get the other side to come on and talk. But when the audience is booing vocally, Whoopi Goldberg is correct. I do like this idea that they want to hear other people's points of view. It's not true, but I like that she's saying it. Some sanity is creeping in. They'll be back to being nuts tomorrow and screaming that CNN shouldn't have had Donald Trump on or CNN shouldn't have Mike Pence on, because that's what people are mad about right now. And I'm sure The View will jump right in on that. But for today, they're pretending that they're reasonable people, and let's just give them the benefit of the doubt in this one situation.